Hey guys, and welcome back to Battlefront updates and some super exciting LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga news, because the news we have all been waiting for has finally arrived. We have a brand new gameplay overview trailer, we have an official release date, and we also have a new image showcasing the DLCs coming to the game. Super exciting news, and let's get the most important stuff out there right away. The release date of LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga is April 5th, so roughly 2.5 months out. And this time around, I actually think they're gonna keep their deadline. They have delayed the game multiple times now, but they've had so much extra time, and this time around they're announcing the release date fairly close to the actual release. So in about 2.5 months from now, we will probably be playing the largest LEGO Star Wars game ever, which I am so excited for. I wanted to give you guys an overview of everything that they basically talk about in the gameplay overview, in case you don't want to watch it yourself or you just want a recap of all the stuff that they go over, because they showcase quite a lot of stuff in this trailer and it makes me so excited for the full game. And I also wanted to showcase that a new DLC image showing what we can expect from the different character packs post-launch. So this entire trailer basically talks about the different mechanics and what to expect from this game. Something that it does not discuss a lot is multiplayer, or it actually doesn't mention multiplayer, co-op or anything like that at all. That does make me a little bit worried about that. Previous games have always had local co-op, but it hasn't supported online co-op, which is something that I would love to see, so you don't have to physically be in the same space as whoever you want to play with. And as far as I know, they haven't really confirmed anything about the multiplayer for this game. They've been vague about some of the stuff in the past in interviews, so I would have loved to see some type of mention in this trailer of how you can play with friends. Can you just play locally? Can you play online? Because for me, that is definitely a big selling point. But let's get straight into all the stuff that they do actually showcase in this trailer. First of all, they emphasize that you can start in any era or movie you want. You select any of the 9 movies and then you'll jump straight into basically how the movie starts, whether it's Poe Dameron in episode 7, R2 and C-3PO in episode 4 on Tantive 4, or Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan in episode 1 on the Separatist ship. And they also showcase some of the new combat mechanics, saying that you can fight both big and small enemies with it, whether it's a huge rancor or just a little mouse droid, and that you can string attacks together for combo chains that will deal extra damage to the enemies. On top of that, you also have counter maneuvers where you can instantly take out enemies in style depending on which character you're playing as. So hopefully we will see some kind of iconic takedowns depending on what creature or character you are playing as. And the new blaster mechanics that have been talked about before, with a free aim where you can also take cover and shoot. So I'm very happy that we will be able to aim freely, and I'm also hoping that this game is gonna be fairly intuitive to play on PC, because previous LEGO games have not been very nice to play on PC, with a mouse and keyboard to be specific. It works really well with a controller, but I would love to see the game be a little bit more adapted for a mouse and keyboard, although I do know that the majority of people will probably play it on console or with a controller anyways. I love the humor in the trailer. As always, LEGO Star Wars delivers just the humor we want from LEGO Star Wars games and LEGO animations overall, and they definitely deliver on that in this trailer as well. And then they go over to Force Wielders, saying you can use the Force to lift objects, attack enemies, or even influence others, such as making a bantha dance. And you can also progressively unlock planets on a galaxy map. I'm not sure exactly how the galaxy map differs from selecting a movie directly, but I think the galaxy map might be a little bit more for free play, and then if you go to a specific movie, that's how you progress in the main story. And then we have the space travel, which I've talked about quite a bit in the past, where you can have some really exciting encounters when you decide to fly off to a planet, where you can have dogfights in the space, or even go off to incredible missions where you can take out large capital ships. And you can see some ships such as Poe's X-Wing and the Slave One here, and then they say that you can descend down to the surface. So what I get from this is that hopefully we will basically be able to choose whether we want to engage in space battles, or if we just want to fly straight down to the surface and get on with our missions, because sometimes we might just want to go down and progress on the ground and we don't want to do space battles. So I don't think you'll be forced to do that every time you go down to the ground. They also mentioned that once you're down on the surface and you want to progress, There are actually multiple paths to progress at different destinations, and you can decide if you want to go straight into battle and just plow through the enemies, or if you want to go for a bit more of a stealthy route. So I think that's pretty interesting that they have that choice. I'm just probably going to go the straight in and shoot everyone down. That's usually how I play games, but I do know that some people appreciate a more stealthy approach, so the fact that they cater to that is definitely very good to hear. And when you arrive at the planet, you can choose to progress through the main story, or you can decide to visit iconic locations instead and do side missions, such as bullseyeing womp rats, battling the cantina with Chewbacca, or decide who shot first of Han and Greedo. So this game definitely seems to be packed with stuff. And next up we get to some of the unlocks and upgrades that they have in the game. And you can find Kyber bricks all around the world that you can then use to unlock new abilities, upgrades, and character classes. Some examples of this is like C-3PO splitting in half, and then you can get into like kind of small spaces that you can't if you have your legs, or you can get a shock grenade to your bounty hunter, or a net launcher that allows you to climb. So it's some quite significant upgrades that seems like they will not just change the way you progress, but they will actually let you take paths that you previously couldn't do. So it seems to be quite a lot of depth in this game. And then they again emphasize that it's over 300 characters you can play and unlock in the game, and I think in the free mode you can play anyone wherever you want. And some of the characters we can see are Kit Fisto, a Gonk droid, and even Jabba the Hutt, which I think is going to be the best character in the game by far. An overall fantastic trailer, and they actually finish off after the outro showing that you can select a mumble mode in the game if you don't want any voices, and they show off the Luke and Vader scene when he says that he's Luke's father, but with the mumbled voices, which sounds pretty damn funny. So overall, a fantastic trailer that just shows all the depth and the vastness we can expect from this game. The only thing I think is missing is basically talking about how the multiplayer will work, how the co-op will work. Will it only be local? Will it be online? Please be online. But in terms of the core gameplay, everything sounds fantastic in my opinion, and I would love to hear what you guys think in the comments below. Lastly, I wanted to talk a little bit about the DLC packs, or the character packs, and the deluxe edition coming to the game, as an image was actually leaked about 12 hours before this that looks like this, showcasing the deluxe edition and the 7 new character packs, which was then confirmed in the outro of this new gameplay overview. It doesn't show the exact same stuff, but it does show the same part where it shows the 7 character packs that are included in the deluxe edition. The deluxe edition basically includes a character collection bundle and a Luke Skywalker Blue Milk minifigure if you buy the physical copy of the game. And these 7 character packs are now confirmed to be Mandalorian Season 1, Mandalorian Season 2, The Bad Batch, Rogue One, Classic Characters, Solo, A Star Wars Story, and a Trooper pack. And as far as I know, the Trooper pack is the newest to be added, because I think there was a leak of this a couple of months ago, but it didn't include all these 7 character packs, if I'm not mistaken. So I think this deluxe edition actually sounds worth getting based on what it is including, and it seems like they've made sure that this game contains most of the stuff that the community has been asking for the last couple of years. Overall, great news for LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. This also means that I will start my promised LEGO Star Wars playthrough on my live streams, because I wanted to do them as close to the release as possible. So keep your eyes peeled for some live streams where I will play through the old LEGO Star Wars games. That I'm gonna throw up a poll on the channel someday soon, where you guys can choose which game you want me to play first, because I want to have them all fresh in mind when we jump straight into the new game in April. But that's it for this video. If you guys want to keep up to date with all things LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, make sure to hit that subscribe button below. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.